Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you returning to the channel, welcome back. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I am Nicole. It is lovely to have all of you. I just real quickly want to say to everybody, thank you so much to all the new subscribers, to all of you that have stuck around since I started this journey doing this, for the likes, the shares, subscribing, commenting, know that your voice is heard on this channel. Like if you're commenting and stuff, like I really do pay attention to that stuff. So, you open yourself up, step out into your thoughts and your world. So I appreciate that. Guys, this is going to be your daily reading for Friday, November 17th. I almost said the 15th. Remember that I do not do the daily reads on the weekends. I will put out a weekend reading though here sometime today. Let you know what's going on in your energies. I'm going to continue working on the mid-months to get those out to all of you. And I think that's it for announcements, right? You guys, if you're interested in personal readings, I do have a couple of slots open over the next couple of days. So you can feel free to check out the description box below and the about section of the page. And holisticallyzen.com or holisticallyzenwv.com for a full list of products and services. All right, Spirit, let's see. That was quick. Earth magic. It was funny when I was thinking about, because I had to check the date because I'm really not so great with that most of the time. I was like, oh, it's the 17th, which breaks down to an 8. Doing a lot of stuff with numerology right now. And that was a cycle close to me. That was the cycle is starting anew. It's the end of the work week, right? It's Friday. Well, for most of us, not everybody, unfortunately. But it shows a completion of something. And then this earth magic is one. And it is to be connected. It is to be grounded. It is to dance in what we feel. So you may have a lot of feel-good feeling coming through. 29 on the bottom of the deck, awakening genius, right? This is the wisdom that we're carrying forward. This is ancestral beings that perhaps could be surrounding you. That card is 29, breaking down to an 11. So 11 or 111 here. So trip ones could be very important to you at this time. You could be seeing those. I think that for a lot of us collectively, after this new moon energy, the solar flares, which I was blaming the new moon on my energy this week, but the solar flares really do have a massive impact on us, because I was like on the couch by noon going, God, I can't take anymore. But we have had so much come to light in Scorpio season, and we're closing that out. We're getting ready to step into Sag next week. And so happy birthday to Scorpios out there. If you've not heard me say that, happy birthday to you guys. I hope your birthday has been wonderful or is coming and is wonderful in Sag. Get ready for yours, right? Your solar return. So with that, I do feel like there's this energetic replacement of anything that's been really stuck with us. And it's really about unmasking where we have been. And I know we say it like that a lot, but this is also about really, you think about it, we have to learn, right? It's like a constant review of where we were, where we are, where we're going. Have our desires changed? I can't talk plain English today. Have our desires changed? Or the things that we thought 5 years ago that we would still have today, and then moving forward, have they worked out for us? Are they still working? And is it even what we want? And I feel like I have to sneeze, so excuse me, I knew it was coming. I'm so sorry. Confirmation I'm going to go with. But it's the awareness that we must take on to walk through the next chapter. It is the awareness of the things that we need to be knowing of, to be connected with the earth, to be in divine flow with the earth, to trust the process that, when we walk, think about it, when we walk across the earth, we walk across the floor, we walk across whatever it is, we trust that the floors are going to hold us up, we're not going to fall. Or if we get on a ladder, that ladder's not going to tip, right? We put a lot of trust and faith to what is below us, right? As above, so below. And with that energy, we also have to trust the process. We put blind trust into things that we never really give a lot of thought to. 1, 2 is the as above, so below energy, right? It's the straight line. It runs from the heavens to the earth. And I think right now, for at least for today, if nothing else, or when you're reading or when you're watching this, this is about trusting what it is that you know. Trusting what it is that, you know, you've gained the wisdom and the knowledge and the access to. A deep breath behind that is like being able to breathe and just be centered in the energy as it's being decoded for you by spirit, by God, by whatever you put your faith into. Is just really genuinely putting trust and faith in anything that is coming your way, trusting and having faith that anything that has happened as it has, even if it was uncomfortable or painful or happy and joyful or blissful, that it's doing exactly what it needs to do for you. And I know a lot of times we probably all of the readers probably sound like we repeat ourselves, but it's a reminder from the universe. It's a reminder to ourselves. You know, we get caught up in life as it is, and we tend to forget those things. We need to like realign. I mean, as much as I do this every single day for everybody else, and I do take the time to work on myself, sometimes I need that reality check. And I think that this is kind of what this is a subtle reminder, a subtle reality check, a subtle recognition as to where you are. And then if you feel like maybe things aren't moving as quickly as you would like them to, that it's for a reason. If things are moving along too fast, it's for a reason, you know. So just be comfortable with where it is that you're going, and know that divine timing, and that has been, I mean, it's always a thing, but divine timing right now is really, really on your side. It's really guiding you to where it is you've got to go, and you're carrying this wisdom of yourself, of your ancestors, of your guides. They're carrying you forward as much as what your 3D experience has been as well. So just be in a state of flow with that, okay? All right, let's grab some cards here. So those are the intuitive, right? I mean, I go the whole way through these readings with the intuitive messages, but those were the big ones as Spirit gave those to me. There's a lot of bright opportunity too, I feel like. And as I say that, you see me shuffle. There's the Ace of Pentacles. There's new opportunity coming from this. I'm gonna leave that guy out there. Walking away from self-sabotaging energy. I'm actually gonna control and the Strength card. Control and the Strength. I'm actually gonna do this a little differently, laying these out than I usually do. Work with the elements. If you me and my ums. Work with those elements, incorporate those over this weekend, because you know it's like I'm getting magician vibes. You have to have a little bit of everything. Like if you go to make a recipe, you know, if you're baking bread, you got to have everything that you need, right? You got to have the basic beginnings of all the ingredients in order to make that loaf of bread. Without, you know, the yeast or whatever, it's obviously not going to work out. I kind of feel like with this earth magic, and then the way they're advising me to lay these cards out for you guys today, is a reminder. And it's like these four centers, and then the four corners, and then the very center is spirit, right? So it's like, trust that these new opportunities are coming in for you. That Hermit on the bottom, you know, those lessons, the wisdom of that awakening of genius. There's that the World card. I almost said the Earth card. The World card. Again, a cycle of completion. What have you gained? You know, when you let go of the pain, the heartbreak, the hurt that's come along with situations, what are you stepping into? You're stepping into a mass amount of wisdom that you're carrying forward as you start new things. But I do feel like, you know, it's also about learning how to not have to strategize. And that Emperor, we have Mars with Sag. That's Mars, Mercury and Sag. My brain just went blank. Anyhow, Aries is Mars energy. So, and then the Strength card, that of Leo. So we have Aries and Leo on the table right now. My brain, I don't know why I can't think. It's like I'm mixing it up in my head. Let's see, before I open my mouth anymore, my human mind takes over. 5 of Cups. You still could be feeling the loss of a particular situation right now, guys, too. But it's also about balancing out your emotions and waiting for the next best thing to come to you. And it is coming. That Ace of Pentacles is, I feel like, again, those new beginnings, that's a clean slate. It's a clean slate for what is to come for you. Where, you know, and I keep saying it, reevaluation of where you've invested in the past. I feel like for some of you, you're going into the past energy that you've put in a lot of focus of things that didn't turn out to be so fruitful, right? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Scorpio, they're bringing into me as well, that, you know, you've really tried to persevere how you handled everything. And they're telling you at this point, you don't have to, because what we see, you know, and I think that it's a general consensus, you don't have to do this every day. This may not be your thing every day, but I think if you're here, probably is. But when we force something or tie expectations to something, most often it doesn't work out. And again, that divine flow is to just trust that if we can't get everything done on our to-do list, there's a reason. If, you know, plans get canceled, there's a reason. If, you know, the way our day we thought was going to be a day off turns into chaos and we have all these things that we don't have to accomplish, there's a reason for that. Don't try to strategize every move, every plan, every emotion. You know, just be with it and let go of the control aspect that comes in. Spirit. Seven of Cups. Spoiled for choice, confusion, options, releasing. And if you don't know what to do right now, release. That Judgment card is a release. You know, talk about your wishes, talk about what it is that you want, get clear about what it is that you want, so that you can move upward. You know, the one thing they're bringing to my attention is the ladder. Like, to climb that ladder is to ascend. So whether this is in business, whether this is in your personal life, whether this is just, Spirit is saying self-fulfilling prophecy too. When I hear that, that's a reminder to me, where your thoughts go, that's where your energy is going to go. That's where your energy flows to. So you want to make sure that you're being pretty descriptive. Law of attraction. I was thinking about that a lot last night. Being as clear as you possibly can be when it comes to what it is you desire. Maybe you don't have every fine printed detail figured out, but at least if you have a clear direction on the big picture, Spirit can then work with you 12:12 on the clock to more, you know, move more into that kind of energy. So it's a release. It's like the soul's release, the need to release these things as they come in. So Spirit just said you're being guided into a new world. You know, her hand is like, again, it's like I keep getting this as above, so below. Ace of Pentacles, the Sun. Spirit said you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong in whatever new journey you're starting, because it's going to either be lessons or it's going to be successful. I do think that for most of you, again, Two of Pentacles, right? We're weighing our options, pros and cons. That this does release you. So you could be stepping into some very new beginnings when it comes to lots of things. I think the struggle for some of you is going to be understanding, and I've seen this, I think it was in Saj's reading yesterday, and I've seen it in other ones as well, about how, you know, if we don't see a return on the things that we're giving out, and it's not about being selfish or having expectations that if I give you a dime, you need to give me a dime back. Like, it's the idea that it's appreciated, it's seen in gratitude, it's respected. So again, if you feel like there's been energies that you've invested time and energy and attention into and they've not given back to you, or you've put a lot of work into a job and you're not seeing the successes of that the way you had hoped it to be, you're being moved, and you're being much more apprehensive about what it is that you're jumping into the future, rather than just kind of winging it and going on a hope and a prayer, right? So the Emperor, what's this about, Spirit? Oh, two of them, we'll take it. I said about control, right? When we hang on to that control, and I've seen that Emperor here lately is a lot of masculine control, temperament of eye roll, you know, that kind of energy. 10 of Wands, 4 of Wands in the reverse. It's stopping you from creating stronger foundational energy in your world. And again, the reassessment of if things seem to be a fight, if it's leaving me emotionally empty, if I'm thinking about all of the losses that I have sustained as a result of trying to control a situation, how is it serving my higher good? And it's like you need to bring love into the situation. You need to give, everything that you do in this life should be based on the foundation of love. just pure open-heartedness. And I know we've all been burnt, we've all had things happen to us that bring us to a point of we just don't trust anymore. This is about rebuilding your trust in life as a whole. The Magician. I said Magician vibes. There he is. He's showing his face. King of Cups. You know, I think the missing ingredient for a lot of us, and I mean, you look at the world around us in general, wars, fighting, arguments, people not respecting each other's opinions, thoughts, or ideas, you know, people flipping the bird on the freeway, you know, that kind of thing. Where does love fit into that? You know, you can't come from a loving space if that's what you're doing, if that's how you're being, if you're wishing ill on other people, you know, whatever. It's not your job. Your job is to come into a space of love, and it's taming that inner beast within you with that strength card. Taming everything that lowers your vibration, taming everything that you feel like you have to fight or struggle for with that. And that could be the duality. You know, here's the duality, the Two of Pentacles coming out again with the strength card. Which one do you go with? How do you know which, in any given moment, which side of that you're supposed to be on? Do I need to use brute force? Do I need to, you know, get out my teeth and growl? Do I need to, you know, be on the hunt kind of thing? Or do I just kind of lay down and be still in that lion or that lamb? The one deck that I have, Kim Cran's, her tarot, there's a lamb on that Four of Swords, which is about healing. It's about rest. It's about taking a moment to breathe. And that's what I'm picking up here, is that Four of Swords energy from her deck. It's, do I push? Do I get aggressive? Or do I just lay down and breathe? And, you know, I'm hearing there's a concern for maybe some of you that if I just lay down, I'm going to get walked over. No, because now this time around, you're going to discern. You're going to be much more aware of who it is you're giving your energy and attention to. If you're being much more selective about the things that you're investing into with this Ace of Pentacles, that's not going to have to be a worry, because people that are, you know, if you're running on a pure and authentic vibe, you're calling the same back into you. Will there still be people that pop up and you've got to kind of question what their reasoning is or why they're around? Absolutely. But you're going to be able to pick it out, rather than you're going to know. You're intuitively going to be aware when it's necessary to draw the boundary line, but how to do it from a loving space. And go, you know what? It was great to meet you. See you later. Without giving them the opportunity to kind of run you over. And that is the Knight of Wands to me in this deck is always just, I don't know what it is with him. He's just sneaky. It's how, the vibe I get. And I just said, you're going to know, right? You're going to know if you need to be aware of something. There's the High Priestess. She is the keeper of the stars and the knowledge of it all. You're going to know. So don't question it. 1818 on the clock. So you will know where to place the energy of the lion and the lamb. All right. What is this? 5 of Cups, Spirit. 7 of Cups again. I feel like for some of you, you don't even trust yourself. 2 of Swords. Like your decisions. Have I gotten clear on my decisions? What do I need to do to get clear on my decision-making processes, because they lead to hurt? You're going to have to bring yourself out of that. And the way to bring yourself out of that is to practice gratitude, right? Think about everything that is meant for you. Think about the things that you have. I was listening, I don't even know how I came across the song. I haven't listened to it in years, but it was Martina McBride's Love's the Only House. And I was just listening to it and feeling the vibe. And in that, she says about having, you know, here she is in her clean white shirt and a little money in her pocket in a nice warm home. And the contrast that there are people that are out there that are homeless, who kids don't have parents, like all of the complete opposite. And like, I think that we forget sometimes that with this 5 of Cups, she's taking a look at every single thing that she's lost. It's gone down the drain. It has circled the drain. It is over with. And it hurts. But there's still that one space, that one thing in her life that she's got to be grateful for, that is rainbows and butterflies. And she's missing it all behind her because she's focused on what it is that she's lost. Whether it's emotional, material, it doesn't matter. Cups or not. She's missing the focus. She's missing the point. And with that Seven of Cups, that to me is telling me that it's like you're confusing what is important. That Two of Swords is that mental confusion, missing what is important. It's like if you go back to the very basics of everything, then you see what was the most important thing to you. And then you're able to go, this is now what I desire. I want more of this. I desire more of this. I'm going to sit in a frequency of this. You know, Seven of Swords, Seven of Cups with the Eight of Swords. Release, put in the work to release yourself. And I said that earlier, I believe. Eight of Swords is our own personal entrapment, our mental prison that we keep tying ourselves to. And I think for a lot of you, you are learning to release this. It's a work in progress. You are a work in progress. You're still learning. You're still growing. There's not a single one of us out there that improvement is not necessary, or that we're not. I don't care if you're 90 years old. Like, you're still learning to the day that you die. From the second we come into this world to the moment we take our last breath, we are still learning in this human experience. And I do think that for a lot of you, you're realizing the work that needs to be done within you, or you're already working on it, so that you can step into this new magical beginning. You know, the magic, you know, we think about magic, we think, you know, pulling bunnies out of hats and, you know, coin tricks and, you know, magician vibes, you know, but not from the tarot deck. But we forget that we create our own magic. Magic is what it is that lights you up, is creative, brings curiosity, makes you excited. Create your own magic. Trust the process. Create your own magic. You know, so just know, I think you guys are releasing these things today and over the weekend as well. Let go of control. We don't have to control anything. We have to trust the process and know that Spirit is taking us to our wish fulfillment. Maybe it's not moving, Page of Pentacles. Maybe it's not moving as fast as we would like it to, but it's there. So hang on to that. Hang on to that. You know, go out and connect in nature this weekend if you can. If the weather is, you know, works for you. I'm not a fan of the cold, but if it, go out and connect. Find ways to connect with yourself. Find ways to connect with people. Open yourself up with loving energy, heart space. Just be in a state of flow throughout an entire day and see how it goes. I guarantee you sleep better. All right? All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Again, personal readings are available. Description box below, about section of the page, you'll find my email, and then holisticallyzenwv.com. I'm wishing you guys a fantastic weekend. Take care of yourselves and happy Friday. Bye.